Hi guys, if you're like me and you have the need to solder heavy cables, heavy connectors, that sort of thing, then you probably would have bought yourself one of these or something like it. This is an Ontex 80-watt soldering iron, and it's great for doing those big connectors, heavy cables and so on that you need to solder from time to time. But the biggest problem I have with it is that it overheats. If you leave it running for anything more than 5 or 10 minutes, it just gets so hot, the tip goes black and it just becomes a bit of a mess. Not easy to keep clean, not very nice to use. So if you have an iron like this and you want to be able to control the temperature of it, this is what you do. What I'm going to do here is put together a little extension that we can just plug the iron into. As you can see, this is a UK 240 volt 13 amp socket, but I guess you could do the same with a 110 volt socket. This is a light switch dimmer. So if you have a dimmer switch in your house on your lights, you can turn it up and down. That's all it is, same idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw these boxes to this piece of wood, and then using this cable, it's a 13 amp extension cord, I'm going to connect that into that and go from that to that, and then that to that, and it'll all work, hopefully. So let's get started. Right, first trying to figure out where we're going to bring the cables in. Just bring them in here. Cheap rubbish connection boxes. We could do it that way. And just in case any of you are asking or wondering, are you sure that's what you're meant to do? Yeah, really, you are. This is how they're meant to work. It's called a knockout. Not knocking out very easily. Anyway. So that's where the cable will go through, from there to there. Try to do this one a bit more neatly. I'm making a right mess here. Standard kettle type power cord. if you're careful when you do this, not to go through the outer skin too much, you can actually do that without causing any damage to the wires at all. Right, that's good. These are just very short wood screws, so they don't go all the way through the wood. Right. When you're working with plastic boxes, you're always better to do the last tightening by hand with an ordinary screwdriver, or these things will just shatter on you. Set that out of the way. Put these cables in. Put a wee nut in this so that it doesn't pull through. Make sure it still fits with that knot on it. Yep, it should be okay. No. Try to figure out how to wear this thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with this. And strip these cables. Sorry about that, by the way, the battery died in my camcorder. So strip back all 3 wires. Okay. Now in my case I only have, there's only 2 connectors on this, and so there's only common and L1, and I've only got one wire goes into common. So just lifting these screws off a bit. So your main live in goes into C for common. Tighten that up. Do it right this time. neutral. I'll go into here. Just need to get another piece of wire. Just use this as an extension to go between the two.
Now, one thing I would say is that you should never ever use this system for any more than a lightweight load like a soldering iron. Or even if you're into your homebrew and you have a heater belt for your homebrew, you can use this to adjust the temperature of the belt in homebrew, which I've done in the past and worked very well. I forget which one's which. That's neutral. You just need to be careful. This isn't the ideal type of wire for this job, but it'll work. Middle is earth. And the last one's light. So like I said, this is just a quick, inexpensive way to make a way of turning down your soldering iron, turning down the temperature, or your homebrew belt, heater belt. You don't have to be a trained electrician to do this, it's all very simple stuff. Right, we're going to need some strip connector for this.
Right, so couldn't find a strip connector the right size. That was the only one I could find. So I'll just solder it. So let's get these fed through.
Probably makes sense to do this before stripping, but anyway. There we go. Just all together. There we go. Right, so this goes with trigger finish. Screw that down. Take a tiny squeeze for it. Big my plastic bag. And so just double check these are pretty much. Right, goes into one more down. Earth, neutral, loaded.
You gotta hit cheap sockets. Okay, so now we got two. Put the two earths together. Take a bit more off that one. A little bit more. That's better. Now we're going to have an earth going through to here, so we have a proper earth on our device, whatever that might be. And the live will go into there when we're finished, but for for now, we're just going to do a tape and solder joint on this. Right, so that's a secure solder connection. Nip off the excess. Slide on some heat shrink. Do what they say you shouldn't do, and heat it with an iron. Okay. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And to be sure, I'll use some electrical insulation tape. Put that over the end. Put that over the end. And then another piece. We don't want anybody to get a shock from this, because if you people in the new colonies, when you're pansy 110 volts, you're nice and safe-ish. But over here in the old country, 240 volts bites. You don't want it. I can assure you, you don't want it. Right, so I'll put that in there. Tighten up the screw. Yes, having received many 240 volt electric shocks and somehow or other managed to survive to tell the story, I can tell you they're not pleasant. And not all of them were my fault either. So, and that's it. And that is a power controller for your soldering iron. So you can control the temperature of it. You can have it flat out if you want, or you can have it half power if you want, or 3/4 or whatever you want. On, full power, off, or nearly off, half power. And I can prove that this works by getting a power meter that plugs into the mains. So what I'll do is I'll pause it for now and come back when I have that set up. Okay, well, as you can see, I've got the power cable going into this, I don't know what you call these things, but it's a power meter of some sort. Just try and focus in on that, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but that says watts. So that's the number of watts that this thing is currently drawing, which is basically not. This is in the off position, There's a wee switch on that, so when you first turn that on, let's turn that off, and we'll turn that on full. And with the switch turned off, we're still getting no watts. So we'll turn that off again, switch on. If we can get this thing to sit. Right, so now I'm going to turn the switch very slowly. Stay, you stupid thing. Right, 19 watts. Slowly turn this up. 27 watts. 33 watts. Okay, it's almost full. 70. That's it at full. Turned up full now. I don't know what the efficiency of this device is. We're currently only getting 70 watts from what's supposed to be an 80 watt iron. So just for comparison's sake, we'll just turn this off again. Unplug this. And we'll plug it straight in. If I can do this one-handed. Plug it straight into our tester. And plug straight in, it's coming up 71. Yeah, it's about the same. It's drawn about the same power. So, there you have it. Take it out again. See me lighting myself up here. Plug it back in here. Turn that right down. So, turn it around to about half, and we should now have a, well, we've got a 35 watt iron. Something like that. And the temperature of that iron will be controlled according to the amount of power it's drawing. So, that's how you temperature control your iron that doesn't have a knob on it to control the temperature. Thanks for watching. Bye now.